Are you looking for the best Windows laptops? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Dell XPS 13. It's no surprise that we love the Dell XPS 13. It's thin, lightweight, and it has one of the best screens you can find on a 13-inch ultra-portable. And while the XPS 13 doesn't have the fastest CPU around, a 12th gen Intel chip is more than enough for a basic workload. The latest XPS 13 model is the slimmest yet, though it loses the headphone jack in the process. If you need a 3.5mm port, or you're just looking to save some money, it's also worth considering the slightly older XPS 13 models. And if you want to future-proof your next laptop a bit more, consider the XPS 13 Plus, which comes with 13th gen Intel processors and is currently the best Windows laptop for college students in our book. For 2024, Dell is phasing out the classic XPS design for the one we've seen on the XPS 13 Plus, which will simply be called the XPS 13 going forward. You may want to hold off on picking up a new XPS until the latest models become available, which is expected to happen sometime in Q1. At number 2. Acer Aspire 5A515-56-347N laptop. There's a reason we selected the Acer Aspire 5 as our top choice in our best budget Windows laptop guide. It's sturdy, fast enough, and offers decent battery life. We typically don't expect much with laptops under $500, but the Aspire 5 has consistently been a solid performer. It's an ideal laptop for students or kids, or for anyone who isn't particularly demanding. We're also surprised by the port selection it offers, including HDMI and Ethernet. While we normally don't recommend laptops with just 8GB of RAM and tiny 128GB SSDs, those specs are more excusable in the Aspire 5 since it's so darn cheap. Just think of it as a slightly more capable Chromebook. At number 3. ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14. One of our favorite gaming PCs for years, the ROG Zephyrus G14 remains our choice as the best gaming laptop for most users. It weighs just 3.5 pounds, it sports AMD's powerful new Ryzen chips, and it also has the company's fastest Radeon RX 6000 series mobile graphics. The ROG Zephyrus G14 has a sleek retro-future aesthetic, a comfortable keyboard, and a smooth 144Hz, 14-inch screen. While you'd be more immersed in a 15-inch notebook, those typically cost more and are far heavier than the Zephyrus G14. If you're looking for a balance between power, style, and value, the G14 is an excellent option. At number 4. Microsoft Surface Pro 9. For people who want to travel super light, it's hard to do better than a tablet-style 2-in-1. And, having basically invented the category, Microsoft's Surface laptops and tablets are hard to beat. With the Surface Pro 9, you get a bright touchscreen with a 120Hz refresh rate, along with a stylus support. Though, you'll need to remember to buy one of Microsoft's folding keyboards, which includes the pen, separately. You also get long battery life and surprisingly powerful speakers. That said, unless you're deeply familiar with using Windows on ARM-based systems, we'd recommend sticking with the Intel-powered version instead of the model based on Microsoft's SQ3 chip. At number 5. Razer Blade 18. Razer's revamped Blade 18 is a monster. It packs full-fat versions of the most powerful components you can put in a laptop, including up to an Intel Core i9-13-980HX CPU and an NVIDIA RTX 4090 GPU that runs at up to 175 watts. You also get a massive 18-inch QHD Plus display with a 240Hz refresh, tons of ports, including an SD card reader, and gorgeous per-key RGB lighting. Holding everything together is Razer's unibody aluminum chassis, which offers some of the best build quality on any Windows laptop. The one big downside is price, starting at $2,900, or closer to $5,000 for a fully loaded model. The Blade 18 is not for people with limited budgets.